This is Record Royale, where we throw two albums into the ring with one another and see which one comes out on top. Hey! Here we are. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, we should preface this by saying, Kyle and Merrick of Stumps are here, as you can tell by the title. And not only are they here, but they have the worst headphone setup of the podcast.
You're welcome,
so
Australia.
Probably also the best.
We're dialed in, baby.
Yeah, can you explain to the people who can't see, which is everyone, what's the go?
We're venturing into R&B next release.
Because you got the one hand on the ear, the one hand holding the singular headphone that you're sharing, aren't you?
Yes.
That we've snapped off a
We've
headstock.
we've got a pair of headphones and manoeuvred them as such that we've got one little earpiece each, and looks like we're both on the phone. And I'm excited to keep my arm here for the next hour and a half.
Oh, that's so decent. Oh yeah, so that was going to come in with a quick fire question. So let's call this an icebreaker segment. What would, if you were to have the perfect burger, what condiment, what sauce would go on it?
Merrick?
Adam, you like your sauces. What would be your go-to?
Onto a burger, did you say?
Any burger, any type of burger, go-to condiment.
It's a mixture. You gotta have mustard and tomato sauce, and
That's your go-to.
yeah, you make your special burger sauce. That's your go-to condiment for a burger.
All right,
Will?
fair enough. Fair enough.
Stop yelling, maybe.
What do you
Adam.
mean? Sriracha?
Maybe,
Maybe
yeah.
sriracha goes on there.
I'm sorry, man. Sorry about that. Well, Brad, what would you do then?
I just got a little peri mayo, maybe.
Oh yeah.
This is a crazy new segment. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a one-time
But
only.
let's drop it.
Yeah, mate. We'll see what Kyle and Merrick will say,
right.
and then we'll never speak of the icebreakers again. Oh, yeah, I'm tired as. Kyle, what would yours be?
Mate, you know what? I'm much of a muchness for sauce as long as there's pickles. I'm happy with
Yeah,
pickle.
righto.
Yeah,
I'm a pickle
absolutely.
boy.
I've come into
That's
the
the
pickle
correct
fan
answer.
lately. Merrick, let's end this segment and never speak of it.
Look, I got to go with Adam here. You need a combo.
Yeah, it's the combo sauce.
Need some mustard, need some chili, bit of mayo maybe.
Yeah.
I'm sauce it up. I'm the opposite of Kyle.
You just
Little
put all the
spicy boy.
sauces in your fridge in one, and it
Fucking
tastes good
oath.
most
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am also a combo guy. Anyway, that was Icebreakers. It's first time ever and last time ever. So thanks for stopping in for that.
What a
segment.
great segment, Will. Thank you.
Oh, glad
Thank
to be a part
you,
of that.
man.
Thank you, Adam.
And now
Thank
bring
you,
in
Will.
the outro music. That's the ep done. As we said, we've got Kyle and Merrick on. Thanks for coming on, lads. It's been a while. It's been a while coming. So we're stoked you're doing it.
It has been a while coming, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's been a long while coming.
I know, but it's great. It's great. And initially it was going to be different albums. It was going to be a different setup. But these two albums we're doing, pretty
Scorches.
good.
Aren't they
pretty
crackers?
good. Yeah. Are these two of like your all-time faves?
Yeah, absolutely.
These are definitely my... I'd like to say maybe top 15, I'd say, but probably some of the most influential towards Stumps, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can
For
100% hear it. Should say first of all as well. I say it like every second week on the pod, but I reckon All My Friends is easily my favorite album from last year.
Oh, bless
So-
you. Thank you.
We're stoked to have you on because damn, I love that album. I was gonna ask, because it is a bit of a different sound to what you guys have done before. Was like the writing and recording process different to your previous stuff, or was it?
Yeah, it was definitely more collaborative. Like all of it was like took a little while. Where the first sort of initial tracks that we had, it was all basically me in my undies with my guitar, and then bringing it to the lads still in my undies, and they seemed to like it, and that was kind of it. And then as we sort of grew together, we just started to trust each of our own sort of songwriting capabilities and our own sort of strengths, and this is sort of just what came out of it.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
And we liked the sound of it. It was so different, but we were just kind of like, yeah, fuck fuck it, let's just go. Let's see where this rabbit hole leads.
Because the album flows so well. Like, every song sounds like it was made on... Well, not made, but, like, in the mix of the album, it all sounds so coherent.
Man,
I don't
that's
know if
so
that
crazy
was,
to hear. Like, I was super on the opposite end of that. Like, when we had written those songs, I was there going, is it a bit cheeky to do Mount Pleasant into I've Had Enough? Is it really fucking cheeky to be like, hey, here's this, like, 4.5 minute love ballad, super cinematic, and then all of a sudden here's this, like, pop song about depression. Just smack you over the head with it. Let's see whether there's some, like, trop rock crap that we can kind of pull out of our ass and see whether or not, like, are we forcing the audience to just listen to it at this point? So, but after we, like, it did take a little bit of, like, shopping. Sorry, not shopping. A little bit of massaging. It's probably the best way to figure it. Like, it took a while until we rested on that, and so I'm happy that it sort of flows the way that it does.
Yeah, well, sounds great. Do you two have... I'd never ask anyone this that come on, but do you have, like, a favourite song? Or, like, one that means the most to you off the album?
I think my favourite song is still Mount Pleasant. I think, like, that was the first one where, like, a lot of the songs we, like, wrote kind of in in Fletcher's lounge room, and we weren't, like, jamming them out as a band, which is how we'd written a lot of the earlier stuff. But when we took Mount Pleasant to the band room, that was, like, one where I was like, this song is, like, giving me all the things. Like, it was probably the one that gave me the chills the most on the first time, and I was super excited. So I'd still, like, just because of that initial feeling I got, would probably say it's my favourite. And I'm still, like, every time I hear it, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably the song I'm most proud of on the record, I think.
Yeah, mine's at
Definitely
the opposite end of the bookcase. Like, mine's the bore. The closer. Just, I've got it's very, very rare to sort of, like, think of a song and then have it be executed exactly how you kind of thought it would work.
Yeah.
And so having it in 6/8 and then the drums come in 2/4 and have that sort of, like, cross rhythm section sort of work, and then to sort of come together at the end at the climax, I was super proud of just ourselves for workshopping that to the point where we got it to, and how well it suited sort of making the entire album sound like it's come full circle. Like, after we had written Mount Pleasant, I was like, well, that's going to be the best song that I've ever written. This is going to be a long slog for the rest of the 11 songs. But after we got to that last one, I was like, oh, it makes perfect sense to just bookend this album with those 2 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Beautiful.
I was should mention the upcoming tour. You got Sydney. Wait, before I state the dates, I saw last night. Is Sydney over 2 nights now?
Over 2 nights, 2 shows each night.
Yeah, we sold it at standing capacity, and then realised that we're all still sitting, so we had to split it from 1 to 4, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like two Friday night, 2 Saturday night, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, a early show, late show.
Yeah, I think like a 6:30 and a 9:30 type setup.
Yeah. They're going to be some long nights for us.
Yeah, that's full on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
so Land's
Sydney
down
as
in
well.
Sydney on the 23rd, 24th of April. Brisbane, Black Bear Lodge on April 30. Adelaide at the Cranker, May 8th. And then Grace Darling in Melbourne on May 15th. Will that be the first time playing, like, the bulk of these songs since the album came out?
We played
a little supporting tour with Trophy Eyes in October.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was sort of like our
Did
way,
you
because
just play
we
most
weren't
of the
sure how
album
many
songs?
people were going to be there. We were just like, you know what, sort of, let's scrap all the old tracks. Let's just really get these new ones down. And it was just sort of like having an hour prac twice a night for what was it, 7 shows in 4 days or something like that.
Wow.
It was something manic. So by the time we had sort of reached the end of that, we were pretty dialed in, which felt really bloody good. And now we've lost all of that. Now we got to regain. We're back at square one.
Well, that's like every band
Straight
And
up,
everyone
man.
who spoke who's came on the podcast are like, we're so rusty.
Straight up, man.
Seriously.
Dude, the amount of times, like, as soon as gigs start to come back together, as excited as people are going to be to go and see their favourite bands, fuck, they're going to be rusty.
Bands will be shit out.
There's going to be, there's gonna be
such a
some
funny
really
concept.
terrible,
Everyone's just
terrible.
Yeah. Get the WD-40 out. Let's get into the albums, I reckon. So we're doing Bloc Party, Silent Alarm, Foals Antidotes. Oh, there goes my earphones. All right, let's smash through the facts. I'm going to do this in record time if I can. So Bloc Party formed in 1999. So they were around for like 6 years.
Crazy,
I think.
Before the
Is that
debut.
true?
Yeah.
Debuted.
Lazy
Yeah.
Boys.
Yeah, and from London. So this was their debut, released on the 2nd of Feb 2005 by Wichita Records. So they released stuff from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, Best Coast, the Cribs. Produced by Paul Epworth. This was his first like major work before going on to work with Sam Sparrow, Black and Gold. What a track! Don't know if we did Black and Gold though. Florence and the Machine, Adele. He co-wrote and produced Rolling in the Deep and Skyfall, so he won an Oscar for that one.
Julie.
Jeez.
Paul McCartney, Coldplay, Bruno Mars, Lil Wayne, U2, Lana Del Rey. He's the man, and this was like his first album.
What a catalogue.
Wow.
Yeah, not
Wild.
bad. There was 5 singles. So here we are, and Positive Tension were released together as the first batch. Then Banquet, Pioneers, and Helicopter. It peaked at 3 in the UK, 114 in the US, 30 here in Australia, and it was nominated for the 05 Mercury Prize. The album that won, I hadn't heard of him, Anthony and the Johnsons, I Am a Bird Now. Johnsons, sorry. Anyone heard of that one?
No.
Anthony.
Oh, fantastic
and the
sketch
Johnsons.
group. Anthony
Yeah.
and the Johnsons.
Go to that.
It's a great comedy album. You guys should give it a listen.
Yeah, no clue on that one. Foals were formed in Oxford, England, 05. This was also their debut album, released on the 24th of March 2008 by Transgressive Records. They released stuff from The Shins, Pulled a Bite by Horses. Brad,
Woo.
remember them?
Oh yeah.
Damn, I actually
ever.
had a sesh of them
Me
after I
too.
read that. they didn't hold up as much, but still pretty good. Produced by Dave Sitek, I think. He was a guitarist, keyboardist from TV on the Radio, and he also worked with the Yeah Yeahs. He did Weezer's Black album. Adam,
Whoa.
don't know if you know that one because I've
Yeah, I
never
do.
listened to that one.
Not
Can't
too
say I
good.
really listened to any of their albums since the
It's
Green
not
album.
very
Actually,
good.
listen to their new one. Did you really listen to
The
their
new
one?
one's really good.
I've
But
heard good things, but
between-
I haven't spun it yet.
Yeah.
New album between that and Pinkerton though. You're treading on
Oh, I
It's
don't
not
mind
too
the green.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friggin' Hash Pipe.
Yeah.
Track.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 4 singles. Balloons, Cassius, Red Sox, Pugie. Is that how you pronounce it?
No
just
idea.
gonna
I
go
was
with
thinking
Pugie.
about that today. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know how to say that.
I was like,
And
I'm
Olymp-
not feeling confident with Puggy.
I'll just steer clear of that song on this episode as well.
Mate, there's no way
peaked
you
at-
can.
Yeah. Peaked at 3 in the UK, 99 in New Zealand, but that's it. Everywhere else, it just didn't really get out of the UK too much,
Really?
except for our Over the Ditch
There
in
you go.
New Zealand. They love us on the pod. That's all I got. Should we get into the elements?
Let's do it.
Wait, the
go.
Foals album's quite like math rocky at
Yeah.
parts,
Yeah.
Very.
which was really cool. I did not expect that at
Hey,
all.
I've got something for you.
Alright.
If I said Enter Shikari, am I crazy?
Ooh, I've never
Not
thought
really.
about it, but I like
Dude,
it.
to be
His
honest,
voice is
hell
so
yeah.
similar. It sounds
Yeah.
crazy similar. I was just like, because I'm not a big Enter Shikari fan, but I have a few friends that are, and I was like, like, is this some like
We
high
used to
school band
smash
that
Common
was
Dreads.
eventually Enter Shikari? That's like when I first heard it, it sounded like some early Enter
Really
Shikari,
mathy
like
stuff.
super early that never came out. But in saying that, yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
I like
I
it.
can hear that. Yeah, like a very indie version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in another universe maybe.
Without the like
They're like,
awful fry screaming, which I loved,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
Energy early stuff amazing, but God, the screaming was trash.
Oh yeah, and quite cringy as well.
As soon as they developed a microcorg in that Common Dreads era, they were like, well, at least our fry screaming will be overshadowed by how terrible these tones are.
Still one of my favorites.
Still one of the favourites. They're
Still
so
great.
good.
Yeah.
So nostalgic.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. Continue.
That's
Carry
a
on.
good point. It's a
Great
good point.
digression.
Want to go on a Bloc Party straight away. The drums on this album are like so good.
Yeah.
So good.
It's
They make
mental.
every song interesting.
Yeah.
In Bloc Party, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in Foals, but I was thinking Bloc Party.
Yeah.
Me and Fish were talking before about like going back through the records and just realizing how extra the drums are on both albums. Like you just don't hear like such, I don't know, excessive in a good way percussion like that at the moment.
Yeah.
Like it's you're right.
Yeah.
They're just like such good drumming and over the top, but brilliant.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fine line, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they push it to the absolute limit, and it's not too much there at the same time.
Yeah.
It
absolutely.
contrasts so much to like the guitar, like the like airy, like delicate guitar, like in the back end of the album anyway, and like the vocals. The drums were so aggressive. Is it Positive Tension where it's like the drum solo, kind of the drum beat at the start?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
Was it
have
Positive
that big like snare fill.
Yeah.
Like it was just like ripped out of.
Yeah.
It was sort of like My Bloody Valentine or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Tears don't fall.
Wait,
Yeah,
is
that hit me.
that's
That hit me
Bullet
when
for
I
My
was-
Valentine, dude?
Oh, that's Bullet for My Valentine.
Shout
Oh,
out
no.
Valentine.
We'll get them on the pod anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, tears
Listen to
don't
some
fall.
shoegaze, fam.
We're bringing up some obscure bands.
There are some very obscure bands like that.
That's next week coming.
But yeah, it blows my mind that like I think Bloc Party, the last person to join that band was the drummer.
Was the drummer, yeah.
He was
Such
like
a big part of this.
he had to
album.
like audition. For
Wow.
The whole album's just his audition.
the whole album. might as well
I
be
can
it.
drum.
He's like, I swear I can drum, dude.
It kind of is what it sounds like at some points.
Seriously.
Like
Absolutely.
Just
the
going
point,
way
like
over
in,
the top.
In Banquet, the drum beats like another melody. It's such a big part of the song. Banquet,
Oh,
what a track as well.
Dude, those two tracks, I still remember like Helicopter and Banquet just on repeat at every single house party that I had while I was like 16. It was just, we were so obsessed with that album, just playing in this weird little, like it would have looked so sad to anyone that was over 18, just a bunch of 16, 17-year-old kids dancing to Bloc Party, like trying to hide double blacks from their parents.
Yeah.
But
Simpler
it
times.
was just like some of the
It's a beautiful
sweetest
picture.
memories is just like during the bridge of Helicopter where they start pulling out those pauses where everyone in the dance floor just pauses immediately and then keeps on dancing. Oh, just, you can't script it.
I remember thinking in like year 6 that I was so cool because I listened to Bloc Party. I listened to this album because of Helicopter. And then Guitar Hero came out. And I think Helicopter was on Guitar Hero, and that just made it even more of a resurgence for me. Like, fucking Helicopter, what a
Guitar
track!
Hero 3.
But then there's like they're like the more poppier, rockier songs. But then songs like This Modern Love just make a beautiful,
Enormous.
beautiful,
Heart wrencher.
beautiful track. The lyrics on the whole album are so good. They're like all about, well, not all about, mostly about like relationships and stuff, and like he's singing really intimately. But then they seem like they're about such a bigger thing, and like I don't know, they end up taking on like a world of its own.
Yeah,
The lyrics on both albums are pretty vague in a good way. But I would say that Bloc Party, you've got a little bit more of an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, for
A lot
sure.
of the Foals stuff is like really hard to pick up.
It's not really, yeah. It's not really thought provoking.
No, it's almost
It's more
too.
just-
It's a little bit too mystical, and you just can't
Yeah.
figure out. So it becomes a little less memorable, I think. But luckily, it has really good hooks. So
They're just
that
so
helps.
abstract. You just know that they were absolutely like shit tonked, like together, just being like, "What do you reckon about this?" And there was like no filtering process during with the lyrics. They were just
No
like,
sifting.
"Yeah, what about if we
Yeah.
just like rinse this 16 times
Yeah.
and then just run with it?"
Let's sing the first song in French because we can.
Yeah, fully. And then we'll call it the French Open, dude. No way. That's crazy because that's like the tennis.
That's how you get big, boys.
That's how you get big. Yeah.
Parlez-vous
If there was
français.
one like album opener for our next album, what language should we do it in?
Mandarin.
Yeah.
Appeal to that audience.
That's a big
Big
audience
audience.
to appeal to.
Yeah,
at least.
hey, it's a big market over
Yeah,
there.
big market.
It's a massive market.
I'm concerned at a bunch of white guys from Sydney attempting anything to do with Mandarin. It just does not sit right. Great in theory, but it's...
We'll call it like mandarins and satsumas or something. And just have it be about like breakfast ingredients for a lovely fruit salad.
Yum.
And then
translate the vocal melody.
Shout
and
out
then
to
we'll just
China.
get cancelled for it. So I can't wait.
Win-win.
The
Me too.
Mandarin songs. Wait, that opener, because I'd never heard this album before. That
Really?
caught my never heard it. Caught my attention big time. And then Cassius comes in. I was like, oh, what a track!
Cassius is the only track I knew, I
Cash is
think.
sick.
Was
Yeah.
that?
Oh, that
Pretty
was
big at
such
the-
a tune.
Yeah. I think
Those
I had that in a
big-
playlist with Bloc Party and all those techie indie bands at the same time back in the day.
Have Foals said that they were influenced by Bloc Party?
I
you
don't
reckon?
know, actually. I haven't
They'd
seen
I
have
have
it.
no idea because I always hear like the specials or like madness
Oh, yeah.
in them. Like I always
Yeah.
hear that like weird random like English like dub stuff that they started
yeah.
to do. I hear like early Britpop Blur
Yeah.
in their stuff as well. And it was always that like real quirky thing, but it was almost like they just dialed the drums and the heaviness of all of it and all the grooves just up to 11
Yeah.
and just
I
went,
can see
hey,
that,
let's get like a string horn section, swing horn section to be able to just,
Yeah,
like,
the horn section's like pretty prominent.
they're so
Yeah.
prominent.
I don't
Works
know.
so well.
Yeah, they just brought him in. I don't know where they recorded this. I think they recorded in New York, actually, in Brooklyn. So like,
Yeah.
they probably just had a nice little pick of horn sections over there.
Yeah.
Like, you'll do just fine for this track.
Yeah, we're looking into it, and apparently the like horns and stuff were recorded while they were all walking around the room. Like,
Like, like the trumpet and
yeah,
they
they
were
were
walking
walking
around.
yeah, just like I don't know if it was like a attempt to like make it more like room mic, like make it more in, you know, like swirling around your head type thing.
Yeah,
But
in the mix. Yeah.
apparently a lot of it was recorded like they were just like strolling around the room. I was like,
That's sick.
yeah,
It kind of
That's
makes
really
sense
cool.
at the end of
Can't hear that.
the French Open, like where they have that. It like it feels like it's strangely panned, but I guess like back in the day you wouldn't have had like 16 tracks open on a desk, like automating every single one of those tracks
Yeah,
to try
yeah.
and get the pan down, right? Like they would
Yeah.
have been. They were just like, sod it, I don't even want to try panning this fucking thing. Just have you guys
Just move
like
around.
walk,
Yeah.
walk around the room,
Run
Mike,
around.
and then we'll just finish off the track that way.
Time saving.
Yeah, genius. Some would say,
Yeah, absolutely.
but
I
supposedly
also
they didn't
got-
like it.
Yeah.
The
I also got like Muse vibes from the Bloc Party album, but little bits in the Foals album sometimes, like the epicness of it. Like
Yeah.
Bloc Party mainly in Price of Gasoline,
oh
was like-
yeah, I could
like the
definitely.
screechy delayed
that
guitar
song. Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that song's so good. I love this album. I'm so glad you guys brought this album on. It's so good. I could probably talk about all the instruments, but should we get into the segments?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do
Let's roll.
Get Inked.
Get inked.
All right, we're gonna make some tattoo designs from these albums or lyrics. Did you guys happen to think of any tattoos?
I did.
All right, what do you got for us, Mary?
So my Foals tattoo idea was from Cassius, because apparently one of the Cassiuses, whether that's the plural or not, that they are talking about is Cassius Clay, like Muhammad Ali,
Yeah.
in the song, and that line like Cassius, it's over, you're second best. I pictured like a cracking home job, like thin line tattoo of Muhammad Ali on a podium in second place.
That's
Oh,
sick.
yeah.
That is
And like for some reason in my mind he's really stoked about coming second. Definitely not the case in real life, but in my tattoo version he's like fists in the air, gloves on, going
like
off
that
about
meme
it.
with the guy with the champagne in like third place. Yeah.
100% that energy. So Cassius
That's
is
decent.
pumped
Yeah,
to
that's
come
nice.
second.
What about Bloc Party?
I had one for Bloc Party, and
Oh,
mine
yeah?
was very similar, like home job stamp style tattoo. That was just a like old school light bulb with just a frowning face on it for the bluest light.
Oh, no.
That's
nice.
And
I like
that-
that.
great.
Yeah.
It was
That's
just a
really
little light bulb that just had a little upset face.
Aw.
That's
Yeah,
easy.
but he could be like
right.
shining,
Arctic.
like having those little weird animated lines
Oh yeah.
out the top. So he's still shining, but he's a bit, blue.
Oh, that's heaps good. Damn.
That is really good.
Oh no.
Did you have one for the other bands, or should we say our shit ones now?
Yeah, go on.
Those two.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I
Well,
had one
mine for.
Oh,
did
no,
you
you
have
go
one
for
for Bloc
Foals.
Party? Did you have one for Foals, Merrick?
I had one for
Oh,
Bloc
sorry.
Party, which was again in like kind of home job style, but just someone like judging a diving competition, holding up a sign that just says 6 on it for helicopter, like 6 out of 10, better luck
Oh, yeah.
next time.
Oh, that's so obscure and nice.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Like a newspaper comic sort of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
So good.
That's it.
What do you
10
guys
out of
got?
10.
Yeah,
Look
you
at
guys
that.
are good. Here, this
Yeah.
one. From Bloc Party, from Like Eating Glass, the line is, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't sleep, I can't dream. So it's in like, not like a triangle, but like one design would be here, one would be there, and one would be there. So like in the shape of a triangle. It's like, at the top it's like some food. And then like it's like a recycling thing. So there's an arrow pointing to the next
Wait,
one. And be
over
like,
your whole body?
yeah, it can be a back piece.
Around your nipple or something.
Yeah. So the arrow points down to someone like having a little sleep, and then the arrow points to like dream clouds coming out of his head. So eat, sleep, dream.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like the blue light one better. And then for Foals, bit of a cop out, but I just had like the artwork. So either like the maybe like the mouth and like with all the colours in it.
Yeah.
That album
kinda-
cover is
that'd be
just
kinda
so
clean.
sick.
Yeah.
So sick.
So
cool.
rad.
What are yours, Brad?
Okay. So mine's off like eating glass as well. I'm thinking, just like there's a skate brand called Toy Machine. They have all these really cool like monsters.
Oh, yeah.
As their things. I'm thinking like in the style of that, just like some 3-eyed monster like eating glass and drinking poison. And maybe he has like crosses over his head, over his eyes, because I think in the bridge it says, "We have crosses on it." I think it says that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like capturing all the lyrics from that song.
Yeah,
Isn't that
big fan
weird?
of
We
that.
have
Monster.
glasses on our eyes, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse.
Is it glasses or crosses?
Is it crosses or glasses? I
think it's
I
glasses.
genuinely think that I might be
I'll have a
have been
look.
singing
I'll
that.
have a
So
look.
I haven't
Let's pull
looked
up
them
the-
up.
Brad, give us your Foals one and I'll quickly look this up.
Alright,
Actually,
alright,
don't worry. I've already looked it up.
You ready
Let's
to
have
go?
a look. Wait, we got crosses on our eyes.
Hey.
No way,
Well,
there
dude!
you go.
I've straight up been. You know those moments where you've been singing the wrong thing since like
Yeah.
2005. That's that moment. I just haven't bothered to look up any of the lyrics. I thought it was like we're wearing glasses on our eyes and we're running into the furniture. Like they were just saying, like even with good eyesight, you're still running into the furniture.
Well, you can just use that on whatever your next song is. Just
Dude,
use that.
100%.
That's me with helicopter. Instead of you hoping for a miracle, I thought it was, "Are you happy for the new girl?" or something. So wrong.
I mean,
I thought it was. I thought it was.
as
Were
a
you
s-
hoping for a Milko? Like you know those little.
Whoa.
a little
Oh,
milk,
you
milk.
I was
Are you
hoping for a
cool?
milker.
Oh shit.
Hoping for a
There's some great tattoo designs in here, by
yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For my
they're all
for my
better.
Foals one, I'm thinking like the dude, or the song's called "Off Two Steps Twice." That kind of deep cut. I really like that one by the way as well.
Huge.
The lyric is, "That's 2-step, that's 2-step, 1-step, that's 1-step, 2-step, dance step." I'm thinking this dude, the dude on the cover, it's like he's got his full body realised in the same sort of art style, but he's like on Dance Dance Revolution. He's having a good hard go.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
Dude, I love
So
how
maybe-
technical that is.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys. I've done pretty well.
There's so much important information in that tattoo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
There's a lot to
that's-
unpack.
Damn, these are great. Not mine, but the
Get
others.
ready
What
for
are yours,
my
Adam?
shithouse one. This is a great finale. All right, for my Foals one, I went from balloons. this is really lame. We fly balloons on this fuel called love. So it's just like a hot air balloon that's got love hearts in the balloon. Pretty shit.
Oh, it's fucking adorable.
Nice, man.
It's pretty adorable.
Dude,
yeah,
I've gotten
yeah.
a really lovely insight into who you are as a person.
I don't spend too long on these.
Dude, like the next time that I see you, I know that the hug is going to be so reciprocated. Like I can't
I'm a huggy
wait.
guy. Yeah.
So warm.
That's just
And
exciting
then-
for us.
The other one's a little darker. Well, I mean, it doesn't take much to be darker than that. The side view of like a bed. So from plans, the line is, been training vipers to come for you in your dreams to release you, which is pretty crazy. But it was just like a side view of a bed and a guy's head like sleeping, and then like some vipers going into his ears, which is
Yeah, that is
that's
two
pretty dark,
ends
but
of
there you go.
emotion,
That's-
right?
Yeah,
there.
wow. I'm reconsidering that hug now.
yeah, maybe not. Might be vipers around. You never know.
Maybe you need the hug more than ever. then.
Yeah, I know, right?
So
I'm not sure
Overall,
which end he's
that's
yearning
That's
for.
a
though.
solid pass mark on those tattoo designs there. Let's do the ad. All right, favorite songs, one from each album. Merrick, what are you going?
I was hoping this wouldn't happen on account of trying to say the word poogie,
Let's go with Puggy.
Puggy.
It's definitely not, but
no.
it's funnier.
Red Sox Puggy has to has to be probably my favourite upon re-listen, I'd say. But the first song I ever heard from the record was the French Open, and it was on Rage, and that's how I heard of Foals, and it just blew me away that like someone could make this like weird indie ska that I actually liked. So I would say would have to be the French Open for nostalgia value, but Red Sox insert word here for kind of re-listen value.
cool.
Yeah.
For
Cool.
For Silent Alarm would have to be This Modern Love. Huge tune.
Yeah.
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 God, that's a good track. God, that was gonna be mine. All right, what about you, Carl?
So you probably stole a few people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got so much nostalgia for both of them, both with like live shows and everything. Like Red Sox Pugs is definitely it. Like they extend it to like a 13-minute version
Wow.
when they're playing it live. Just in that bridge, they just extend the hell out of it. It's bloody amazing. Like Yanis, the lead singer, will like jump into the crowd. I saw him like leap off of the top of the Enmore, the balcony at the Enmore Theatre.
True.
Just like leaping into people during that song. So I've got a lot of love for that song. But I found that I really enjoyed Tron at the very end of
same.
it. As wild
too.
as that is, that was like the most math rock, like polyrhythmic, cross-rhythmic sort of thing that I've listened to in a long time. And I was like, oh shit, I remembered loving this song. So mine's sort of in between those two. Both for nostalgia and just like rediscovery. And for Bloc Party, I'd have to say Helicopter. It's too good.
It's undeniable.
It's just undeniably good. Those two guitar lines over the top of one another is just sound sex. Like
We
it is
didn't mention it enough how good like the dueling guitars on
it
Banquet
is
as well.
absolute
Yeah.
porn to the ear. To any guitar player, that shit's porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. I was gonna say This One Love, but I'll say I might just go Banquet because it's like such
Yeah.
the drum intro, like where he does the fill before the chorus and like going out of the chorus. God, that's a good freaking drum fill. Yeah, I'm gonna go Banquet. The guitars as well. What's the first track on Arctic Monkeys? The View from the Afternoon.
Yeah.
Same type of guitar playing on that. I don't know which
Yeah.
album came out first, but very similar, and they're very similar.
Definitely.
times as well.
Oh. No, this was
I think this might have
2005.
actually. Like,
Yeah.
only by like a month or two, but yeah, so very similar kind of vibes. And then Foals, I'm going Cassius.
Yeah.
That popped
Yeah.
from the first second I heard it, and that
Huge.
chorus line, like Cassius, it's over. That's so good as well. I've had that in my head all week. Bradley.
Okay, I'm gonna go off Silent Alarm. I think I gotta go Like Eating Glass. It's just such a good intro.
Yeah.
And I love how they hold off in the chorus for a little bit, and then they finally bring it in, and it's a big release and a big climax of the song, I think. And I've always got time for that song. I'm gonna say that Two Step Twice off the Foals album, just because there's a big like obnoxious build up that goes for like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
I really really like, and it doesn't really pay off, but I think it's still. So,
Do you often like being teased?
I really do. I like teasing myself.
Yeah, man. Dude, power to you.
Do you?
I'm not kink shaming. I'm just asking a question.
Yeah.
For mine have been said, and all my runners up have been said. So, gonna be scraping the bottle here. We'll go.
They're all good tracks.
They are all good tracks. So that makes it a little easier. I might go. Has anyone seen said Positive Tension yet?
Not yet,
No.
but I fucking love that.
It's a pretty. I didn't used to be into it, but it's so weird.
So sick.
And I read that it's about American Idol, and he was watching like when American Idol first started, and just how you see all of when they're doing the auditions, and they've just these lines down the block, and they're just all kind of the same person. So that's what it was about, and I thought that was kind of genius, just like a really weird perspective.
Imagine if it was just about like Shannon Knoll being robbed. He made it
That would have
really,
been
really
way
specific.
more interesting.
We should have mentioned it, but the part in that song where it builds up and it's like, "What you have to get so fucking useless." That is the best part of the album.
So
Yeah.
sick.
In my
Maybe the
humble
fattest
opinion.
riff.
Yeah.
If we're
The
gonna bring
fattest
that
riff.
segment
If
back.
we would ever bring that back, that's the fattest riff of all time.
It's that weird delay, like, and
Yeah.
then, like halfway through it, you're like, "What is going on?"
So good. Adam, what's your Foals one?
For Foals, no one said French Open yet, have they? You just said it was.
Mezzy
No.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Toyed
did
with
say
it.
Toyed with it.
Ah,
yeah.
toyed with
Toyed
it. I might put it in there just because I think it deserves an ad. It's pretty standout on there. That or maybe I really like Balloons as well, even though that was
Blues is cool.
my tad idea. The riffs on it, I don't know if you guys know Battles at all.
Yeah.
Hell
They're, like,
yes.
kinda
I actually
chunky,
started listening
mathy.
to them like as soon as I finished listening to Antidotes a couple of times
Yeah.
over. I was like, I need to jump
Yeah,
back
a lot
into
of the
Atlas.
tones and stuff are very similar, and obviously the mathy rhythms I was really into. Yeah, I'll say Balloons. There you
I
go.
was surprised Balloons didn't come out in someone else's, to be honest. I thought that, I know it seems like a general favourite from, when me and my mates were all listening to the record, like when it came out, Balloons seemed to be a hot fave. So it's good to see all the cuts getting a run, but I was surprised that no one went for it.
There's a lot of bangers.
Yeah.
really
Speaking of
are.
bangers, this upcoming segment's a banger. We're going to be doing Spocks and Spacks.
Everyone on your buzzers. Let's play
Spocks and Stacks.
All right.
Wild
I
Boy.
love this show, gents. I absolutely love this show.
All right. So,
Thank you.
who's singing this week? Adam?
I'll be singing, yes.
Adam is going to be singing 3 tracks. 2 of them are from the 2 albums we're covering today, and 1 is a wild card from any album we've done on the pod so far. And what are you reading from today, though, Adam?
I'm reading from the hang on, see if I can see it. The Tao of Bill Murray. You can't really see it. It's my background, but it's like a biography on Bill Murray, but not. It's kind of just like people's stories about him when they've seen him in the street and stuff. It's a really weird book. I got it as a
Okay.
gift, and I've never read it until today, but here we go.
Sounds great.
Wait up, we need buzzers. So
buzzers.
Merrick and Kyle, if you know the song, you got to buzz in. So what do you want your buzzer to be?
You go first, son.
Going off just the background theme, I'm going to go for a moo.
Yeah.
And I'll go for like a goat bleating or something like that. I think that's maybe gonna. I may
good.
bleat early.
Brad, what was yours? Do you want to change it?
I was doing some cowboy related. I might change it to an Austin Powers quote.
Yeah,
So
that's
got
pretty.
my-
That's pretty good.
I've got my Austin Powers little action figure right here looking at me. I'm gonna go, yeah, baby. Just, yeah,
That's
baby.
good.
Love
Heaps
it.
of times, maybe.
I want to hear the accent, Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I can only do the Tom Cruise one when it's in the
yeah.
gold member, where he like that's a really poor version.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Yeah.
Stick to your guns.
Yeah.
I might also go Austin Powers theme, and I'll say Basil. That's a score reference there. All right, Adam,
Alright,
hit us
first
with
song.
track number 1.
Alright. Bill Murray is the patron saint of karaoke. His appearances on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Love as Nick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
baby. Is it like eating glass?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did not hear that at all. Can you sing it
Yeah.
with the real words?
Huh?
What's that part in the song?
It's so cold in this house.
Ah, okay. Damn.
Austin
Beginning
comes
of the song.
through.
Austin.
Brad
Yeah,
Brad.
baby.
goes up one.
Alright.
Yeah, baby.
Alright. Next song.
Oh, the figure.
What a great gimmick.
No.
Basil.
Yeah.
Banquet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
The two easiest ones.
Yeah.
Because
They're the cop
I
out.
got nervous.
alright.
This next one's this is the wild card. So this
This is
is
your
just
time to shine.
Oh,
it's
dear.
another indie track that we
See,
have
we've
covered.
said this before, but me and Brad truly have an upper hand on this one because
Yeah.
we know the album
It's
is done.
it's a big indie banger from
All
around
right,
the
all
same
right, all
time.
right,
So
all right, all right.
All right.
hopefully it
We'll
fits.
lock in. All right, I think I'm ready.
All right, hang on. I gotta get into it. It's not that hard to meet Bill Murray. Go to in nightclubs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that Someday by the Strokes?
No.
Whoa.
Oh,
Close.
was it Last
Is it not?
Night by the Strokes?
No.
Shit.
Whoa. I thought
Is it
was
by
for
the
sure.
Strokes?
Yeah.
Is it Last Night?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
the
can
other
barely
one.
take that point.
Damn.
It was the other one.
No,
Yeah.
it was
There
last
you
night,
go.
wasn't it? Jeez. Oh, jeez. Well played, Adam.
There we go.
Got that real quick.
Yeah, I practiced.
Yeah, nice, nice, Anna. Funnily enough, not the first time Austin Powers has came up on this podcast.
Podcast.
Done a few segments on Austin. Let's do 2 truths and a lie. That was great though. Nice work, Adam.
Yeah, you
so
did very well, Adam.
Excellent
I'll be
job,
saying
mate.
I'm up this week, so I'll be saying 3 statements. 2 of them are true. One is a little fib that I've created about these bands. Or they're all producer related. So there's a little theme for this week. I like how we've been doing themes. So keeping with it. Okay, so number 1, Foals decided to mix Antidotes themselves, stating that the producer, I can't pronounce his name, Sitek, made the first master copy of the album sound like it was recorded in the Grand Canyon. Number 2, Bloc Party and their producer Paul Epworth had serious, heated arguments about adding mandolin to This Modern Love. The band didn't want it added, but they eventually added it in the end, and it's on the album. Didn't know that. Number 3, due to constant butting heads with Epworth, the Bloc Party produced themselves on the 2 singles Little Thoughts and 2 More Years that came out on the Silent Alarm re-release, like the deluxe edition.
Should we confer together?
I mean,
We-
I know that the first one is true.
First one is definitely true.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
So
And
maybe it is. I don't know. You tell me.
Listening back to almost every single TV on the radio song, I was like, oh my god, I totally understand where the hell they're coming from. Like, their reverbs are whack.
Yeah.
They work really well for them, but man, those reverbs are just crazy.
Yeah.
Epworth, are we? Because my personal feeling is mandolin. Like,
Mandolin being the lie.
yeah, I'm thinking mandolin should be the lie because I think that's a given. You know what I mean? I don't think any self-serving producer will go, "Oh, you guys did like Eating Glass. Let's put mandolin on this one."
You would love this instrument.
Tell you what,
yeah.
you're gonna love on this track is a really obscure Irish folk instrument.
And if
Sainty's gone dead quiet as well. I can crack him.
I was going to say, and if if you came up with a lie about the follow-up deluxe edition singles, then I'm just impressed.
Yeah, I think it's a win-win if we go for number 2.
I'm going to go that one.
I'm hopping on the bandwagon for sure.
I'm going to go the last one, I think.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
The spirit of competition.
I'll hop on with these boys. Then.
Just to see, Will might have made that up.
All right, so Brad, Kyle, Merrick going 2, Adam going 3. All right, so
Yeah.
number 1, yes, it was true. Foals did mix the album themselves. Number 2, Bloc Party and their producer had serious arguments about the mandolin. That was true. There is mandolin on this one. I made up that Bloc Party produced themselves. Wentworth did produce those 2 singles.
Yes.
As I said before,
I'm back in the game.
super impressed with that lie. That is a in-depth quality lie.
You've absolutely nailed it. You've outdone yourself. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
I think the mandolin would have been a better lie. I wish I made it something. They sneaked like a banjo on the freaking banquet or something. Well, nice
Well
work,
played.
Adam.
Well played.
I
bro.
can't even think of the mandolin in that song now.
That neither. That's
Yeah.
I
Was
might
it?
need to
Wait,
have
so it never ended up being on there?
No, it did. The band didn't want it. The producer did.
But it is on there.
It must be in like the bridge, like towards near the outro when there's a lot going on or something.
Yeah. Well, that's the mission
But
for
I might
after
have to-
tonight.
Yeah, I might have to have a headphone session.
Mm.
Have a sus. Cool.
Well.
Let's get into the business end here. We're gonna rate these albums out of 10. For Bloc Party, we're doing out of 10. Let's do out of 10 Pioneers, like the
Ooh,
song.
Yep, I like
And
that.
for Foals, let's do out of 10. We got to do Red Socks, Red Puggies.
Are we
Something of
doing
that
pairs
nature.
of socks or individual socks?
We'll do 1 sock. So out of 10 red sock that a puggy would wear. All right. We don't do decimals, and we do 1 album at a time. So let's do Bloc Party first. So Merrick, you can start. Out of 10 Pioneers.
All right. Well, I haven't actually thought through about this, but I think I'm gonna have to go for 9 because the -1 has to be. There's some pretty average guitar solos at the end of Plans that just maybe shouldn't have made it. There's some like weird wah going on. There's some like weird kind of bendy note solo situation that doesn't quite land for me. But apart from that, it's pretty flawless. So I'm going to go for 9 Pioneers.
All right, nice. Kyle?
I'm going to mirror Merrick and say 9 Pioneers. The -1 primarily for the 13-minute random silence that happens at the end of Compliments.
I thought that was a glitch.
My God. It's just, every single time I listen to it, I'm like, I know there's a hidden track in here somewhere and you guys were being cute and indie and trying to be slick in 2005, but Christ, it's so difficult to put this album on at work and then all of a sudden just have jarring silence.
Just 5 minutes. I don't know why they did that. Especially, like, surely they could have edited it to put on streaming services and just had it as a 4-minute track.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Not sure.
I don't know.
Cool. 9. I am going to go. You know what? I love this album, and if this album's not a 10 for me, I don't know what will be a 10 on this podcast to come. Yeah, fuck it. It's my ring the bell. It's the third 10 for me of the pod.
Yes.
It's a 10 out of 10.
Whoa.
I love this album, and yeah, I don't really enjoy sitting in silence for 5 minutes waiting for the bullshit hidden track to come. But I'm just gonna let that slide. I love this album. There's not a part where I'm thinking like, don't really want this to be on right now. I love it. Love all of it. There it is.
Except for the silence.
Out of curiosity, what are the...
maybe I needed some time to think about the album, so that's what
I need some contemplation.
Deep reflection.
Yeah, fuck it. It's a
Out of
fucking 10.
curiosity, what were the other 2 10s that you've given?
In the second episode we did, so who knows if it would still hold up. It would though. Toxicity by System of a Down.
Huge.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And The Dream Is Over by Pup.
That is such a good record. I remember you showed me
very
DVP
nice.
for the first time. That was amazing.
That's the reaction I wanted from when I said my 10s. Adam's given a few more than me. Brad's only given 1. What was yours, Brad? The Avalanches.
I gave the Avalanches a 10.
Oh,
Since
nice.
I left
huge.
you.
Yeah.
Brad, Adam's given a few.
Yeah, I can't even remember all of mine.
Just handing them out.
I was like about to list them off. I was like, what have I? Oh, Daft Punk. Discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Discovery,
That's
Eagle.
Huge 10.
Oh,
Phoenix.
did I give Pup one as well?
You gave Phoenix a 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you gave
Phoenix.
Pup
I
a
would
10,
have Phoenix
you
a
gave
10.
I'd
Oh,
give
I back
Phoenix
all
a
of
10
them.
as well.
That's
Yeah.
a 10.
Yeah, they're all good.
That's
I
the first
doubt
one we
that
wanted
for
to
a
do.
second.
Back
and,
to
No,
back to
man,
Bloc Party,
okay.
Brad. What are you giving out of
Oh, is
10?
it me? Yeah, I'm going to go 9. Straight up. It's the best. That's it.
Can't be that good. It's a 9.
This is
not a
the
10.
best. This is the best of this type of music.
Yeah.
So
And you're still giving it a 9? What's going on, Brad?
just that compliments, like you said.
Yeah, right. I think that's fair enough.
It's literally it. Yeah.
I just don't like the genre that much. The whole genre's a 9 out of 10 for me. All right, Adam, finish.
I had a follow
Bloc Party
suit
off.
with a 9 as well.
Damn, that is one
the
high
silence
rating
is
album.
annoying. And also, I think that I've been really loving on the pod, like, short albums. Maybe
Yeah.
it was like a little tighter, even though everything's a banger, I don't know.
Yeah, but if you took compliments out, it's probably still only what?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, then it wouldn't be too bad. But, the silence is just annoying. Just pissing me off every time. So,
You can skip it. No, you're
to me.
right. Let's do Foals out of 10. What was it? Oh, fucking socks. Red socks or something.
yeah.
Like you said.
Something along
Red
that
songs
nature.
for said pug.
Yeah. All right, Merrick, you can go.
I mean, it's going to be a bit of a given, but bringing both to the party, enjoying them pretty much as each other, I'm going to have to go for 9 Red Sox. I
Nice.
love this album. I think there's probably a couple of moments on it that are like potentially skippable, but even then, like, not really. Every time I listen through it, I'm like pretty stoked, wall to wall. But I don't think there's as much individual magic moments as there is on Silent Alarm, so it doesn't quite hit a 10. But I'm putting 9 socks on my puggy.
That's gonna be a warm little puggy. All right, Carl.
That's a warm little puggy. He's got some extra
It's a
socks.
lot of layers on that.
He's got
thing.
one extra for his weird little curly tail. I'm gonna do the exact same as well. I'm gonna go for 9. Like, perfect albums are just so hard to come by. So this is like the ultimate compliment to an album. Like, I love both of these records so much, and I thought that, like, by us bringing these two to you guys would just be an interesting way and to sort of like dissect them both and see whether or not I preferred one over the other. But all we've done is just loved on both albums for like an hour, just being like, these are just great. These are just absolutely killer albums. So I'm going to go with 9.
Cool.
Nice.
I'm gonna go 8. I really liked the top end of the album. I think it's because the first time I listened to it, I was chasing the songs that had like the high energy, and there's a few songs like down the lower order of the starting 11. I actually don't know if there's 11 songs in the album.
I think
But-
there is.
Down the bowler's end, there's a few that kind of drag a little bit, and just didn't have as much like energy. However, I'm still giving it an 8 because it rocked, and it was like a wild ride from start to finish, regardless. So yeah, 8 little Red Sox. Bradley.
Nice. Yeah, if I could do 7.5, I'd probably give it that. But I think I'll go an 8. I think I would have loved to hear him continue this sound with their sophomore album. Just with a bit more, I don't know, but I really like the unpolishedness of it, so I don't know if I would want more polish. Or maybe just some stronger lyrical content. But I had such a great time listening to this album, and it definitely deserves an 8. So, and when you're putting it up against the best, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to give it anything more. So yeah, 8 feels good.
I'm gonna go a 7. I think. I had a great time with this album, but I think because I hadn't really listened to it until this last week, I think I need a little while longer to sit with it. Maybe just because not everything is as well. I mean, Bloc Party is pretty instantly memorable, I think, and this maybe just didn't have the same effect on me. And I think, I said before, the lyrical content isn't as memorable as well because it might be just a little bit too abstract for me.
That's a pretty fair comment.
I think that's a really...
Like, I can't really remember what a lot of them are about.
So you telling me you can't relate to the French Open?
No, not as much. So, and I just think it's 2 less than Bloc Party in my mind. So yeah, I'll go 7.
All right, cool.
There you
Bloc
go.
Party Silent Alarm has got one of our like highest scores ever. 46 out of 50. Been
Wow.
That's a band 6.
yeah. he's getting into any university he wants. And then Foals got 41 out of 50, which is still like super high as well. So damn couple of good albums. Kyle and Merrick, thank you for bringing these on. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming on yourselves.
Mate, thanks for having us.
And if you guys
Yeah.
enjoyed them,
Great fun.
both albums have an amazing remix albums as well that are like.
Yeah, I've never
true.
had to listen to.
I don't
didn't
know
even
where
Foals
remix
had it.
albums went, but like, there's an amazing one of I forget what the track is, but Fortet did a remix of
Whoa.
like back when Fortet was just really really young, and it's absolutely amazing. He does one for Bloc Party, but yeah, if you enjoyed those albums,
I'll check it out.
Check
Yeah,
out the
for
remixes.
sure.
Yeah, we will for sure. Next week on the show, it's Scar Week, baby. Grab
Yeah,
your
this is-
fedoras.
A little bit.
Yeah, we're doing Tragic Kingdom by No Doubt against Let's Face It by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Tell me Jacob are on.
we probably should get them on, or like some sort of anyone who can kind of relate to Scar. I mean, not that they can really; they just take the piss out of it. But
they
Damn.
do.
If we
I
got
still remember
Jamie
them
on.
turning up to a show and not telling
Yeah,
like, one
that-
of their members.
Yeah,
That
'cause
was,
Jamie hates Scar.
Yeah,
that was
that's right.
what was that? Was that the
Cambridge.
Boxing Day show?
Yeah.
Zuka Brazi
Cambridge.
played. Yeah, I remember that.
That was
great.
the best time ever.
That was
was
such a good
so-
day.
Fuck, that was funny.
Was that the day where we got the beers carried in and to our upstairs and everyone was
Oh,
like
yeah.
screaming? Like that was cooked. That was like
Yeah,
really
we had a
sus.
celebration for more beers. Yeah.
Yeah, and like we were all in line to buy a beer and then we saw Benny Cooper walk through and everyone just turns around and started yelling and I was like, this is weird.
So 4
The
bands in one
Messiah.
day.
Savior of the
The,
Cambridge, Ben Cooper.
the savior of the Cambo.
Yeah.
It always ended up that we would be playing like as late as possible. We'd be getting ready. We'd stay off the beers, and as soon as we finished off our set, we had like a case stored away somewhere. We'd always come back, and the case was just gone. Just ripped.
The Cambo special.
It was
Yeah.
a Cambo
Might have been us.
special.
Very sorry.
BYO or don't
Just
bother.
magic
Yeah,
tricks.
yeah, the year after we made sure we opened.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, heaps, for coming on. We very
No,
much
thank you
appreciate
so much,
it.
guys.
Welcome back anytime. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week for Scar Week. Grab your fedoras. Go to Scar Week, baby. Peace.